At 65, I never imagined I'd fall into such a whirlwind. After losing my husband a few years earlier, the silence at home was deafening. I craved connection, not just companionship, but that electric feeling of being truly desired again. Then I met him, a 21-year-old artist with a reckless smile and an old soul. Our friendship began innocently. I admired his youthful zest, and he was captivated by my stories and wisdom. But soon, the boundaries blurred. What started as flirtation became a secret affair. We met in hidden cafes, exchanged coded messages, and held tight in stolen moments. The emotional weight was crushing. I was haunted by guilt, betraying my late husband's memory, risking my dignity. He struggled with his own demons, questioning if what he felt was genuine love or just infatuation with an older woman. The world outside was unforgiving, branding us as foolish or immoral. Yet in those moments together, age melted away. We were two lost souls, craving affection, validation, and escape. The secrecy made our bond even more intense, but also fragile. Our affair forced me to face my loneliness and the taboo of desire in old age. For him, it meant reckoning with maturity and societal expectations. The affair unraveled, not because of lack of feeling, but because life's practicalities caught up. The age gap meant different futures, dreams, and paths. But the emotional scars and memories linger, proof that love, passion, and betrayal don't obey age. Our affair began in whispers and shadowed glances. At first, I told myself it was just a fleeting crush, a way to feel alive again after years of quiet mourning. But the truth was, each encounter peeled back layers I had long hidden, even from myself. The ache of loneliness, the thrill of being wanted, the intoxicating blend of fear and desire. He was young, too young for what we shared, some said. Yet he carried a wisdom that belied his years, a raw honesty that pulled me in deeper. We were so different. I had lived through decades with scars, joys, losses etched into my skin. He was still discovering the world, his dreams sprawling ahead like an endless horizon. And yet there was a magnetic pull between us, a kind of desperate hopefulness. The hardest part wasn't the age difference, but the emotional tightrope we walked every day. How do you love someone when the world is constantly watching, judging, whispering behind closed doors? I felt the weight of every skeptical glance, every hushed conversation about how inappropriate it was. But more painful was the secret itself, the need to hide him from my friends, to lie about where I was going, to guard our moments as if they were precious contraband. He struggled too. At 21, he was supposed to be carefree, building his life with open possibilities. Instead, he was tethered to me by something that society said was wrong, unnatural. He loved me fiercely, but I saw in his eyes the conflict between his heart and the world's expectations, between youth and age, between passion and reason. I remember one rainy evening when we sat in my small apartment, the city lights blurred by the downpour. He looked at me, vulnerability raw in his voice. What are we doing, really? Is this just an escape for both of us? Or something more? His question pierced me because I didn't know the answer. Was it love? Was it loneliness? Was it rebellion against the years that had told me I should no longer desire? I told him I didn't know. But I knew this. Every moment with him made me feel alive in a way I hadn't in years. Old age didn't stop me because I refused to let it dictate my heart. Our relationship wasn't without its challenges. There were times when I felt the sting of insecurity, wondering if he was truly committed or if I was just a secret thrill. He wrestled with doubts too. Would our affair ever be more than whispered meetings? Could he ever introduce me to his world without shame? The biggest secret we kept was not just the affair itself, but what it represented. For me, it was a defiance of the loneliness that had crept into my golden years, a refusal to fade quietly. For him, it was a refuge from the chaos of youth, a place where he was seen, understood, cherished beyond superficial attraction. But infidelity always demands a price. The fragile balance shattered the day my best friend, someone I trusted with my life, saw us together by accident. The betrayal cut deeper than any guilt I felt. The friend's disbelief and judgment echoed through my social circle like wildfire. Suddenly, the private passion became public scandal. That moment forced me to confront the truth. Was my secret worth the pain it caused others? Could love survive the harsh light of day? We tried to hold on, but the pressure was relentless. The young man faced relentless questions from family and friends, while I bore the brunt of whispered condemnation. Emotionally, we were both unraveling. I found myself waking up in the middle of the night, heart pounding with anxiety. The fear of losing him was terrifying, but so was the knowledge that the world might never accept us. Yet, in his arms, I felt a fragile hope. That love could exist beyond age, beyond rules, beyond time. One afternoon, after a particularly tense argument about what the future held, he said something that stayed with me forever. Maybe we're meant to be a secret story, not a public one. Maybe the world isn't ready for us, but that doesn't make what we have any less real. That truth hurt but also freed me. I realized that sometimes love is not about permanence or approval. It's about truth, connection, and the courage to feel deeply, even if only for a moment. In the months that followed, we made a decision to live more openly, to no longer be shadows in the background. It meant facing judgment head on, risking heartbreak, and embracing the full complexity of our bond. We knew it wouldn't be easy. There were days when the loneliness returned tenfold, when the age gap felt like an unbridgeable canyon. But there were also days when laughter, touch, and whispered promises made it all worth it. Through the infidelity, I discovered something profound. That desire doesn't diminish with age, it transforms. The fears and societal rules tried to cage me, but my heart fought to break free. And though our story may not have a fairy tale ending, it was a testament to the messy, complicated, beautiful reality of human connection. Our affair wasn't just about sex or rebellion. It was about two souls craving affirmation, struggling against loneliness, and daring to love despite the odds. It was about secrets that burned bright, emotions that cut deep, and the fragile hope that sometimes love just needs to be felt to be true.